योऽन्तः प्रविश्यम् उवाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञा भक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चाभिवृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. 27. करस्थे हेमाद्रौ गिरिशनिकटस्थे नलपगौ गृहस्थे स्वर्भूयामरसुरभिचिन्तामणिगणे शिरस्थे शीलांशौ चरणयुगलस्थे किल शुभे कमर्थं दास्येऽहम् भवतु भवदर्थं मम मनः सारूप्यं तव पूजने शिवमहादेवेति संकीर्तने सामीप्यं शिवभक्तिधुर्यजनता साङ्गत्यसम्भाषणे सालोक्यं च चराचरात्मकतनुध्याने भवानीपते सायुज्यं मम सिद्धमत्र भवति स्वामिन् कृतार्थोऽस्म्यहम् त्वत्पादाम्बुजमर्चयामि परमं त्वां चिन्तयाम्यन्वहम् त्वामीशं शरणं व्रजामि वचसा त्वामेव याचे विभो दीक्षां मे दिश चाक्षुषीं सकरुणां दिव्यैश्चिरं प्रार्थ्यताम् शम्भो लोकगुरो मदीयमनसः सौख्योपदेशं कुरु वस्त्रोद्धूतविधौ सहस्रकरता पुष्पार्चने विष्णुता गन्धे गन्धवहात्मतान्नपचने बर्हिर्मुखाध्यक्षता पात्रे काञ्चनगर्भतास्ति मयि चेत् बालेन्दुचूडामणे शुश्रूषां करवाणि ते पशुपते स्वामिं स्त्रिलोकी गुरो नालम्बावरमोपकारकमिदं त्वेकं पशूनां पते पश्यन् कुक्षिगतांश्चराचरगणान् बाह्यस्थितान् रक्षितुम् सर्वामर्त्यपलायनौषधमतिज्वालाकरं भीकरम् निक्षिप्तं गलनं गले न गिलितं नोद्गीर्णमेव त्वया. So we saw that verse 32 describes the major event of Parameshwara eating the poison called halahala. In verse 31 we saw the imagery of Parameshwara as Sarvavyapi, and hence the devotee was seeking that he also has the ability to do the puja of Sarvavyapi Bhagavan. Vastrodhuta vidhau sahasrakarata. Sahasrakarata. So the sun is also moving around the entire globe as seen by us, and thereby his kirana is Sarvavyapi. And this mighty Swarupa can be covered only through that. So that is how the Sahasrakaratvam and so on that described is with respect to that Sarvavyapi Parameshwara. The next one that we see here is Parameshwara consuming poison with a certain human form in the entire Devata. Okay, so here he says Sarvamartya Palayanam. Sarvamartya Palayanam means all the devatas are fearing and running away. Sarvamartya Palayanam. So then he came and rescued the Devagana, Rishigana and so on, every Gana. In the next couple of verses also he is describing the same event. Let us read 32 now. Jvalogras sakala marati bhayadaha. Jvalogras sakala marati bhayadaha. Jvalogras sakala marati bhayadaha. Kshvelah katham vatvaya. Kshvelah katham vatvaya. Kshvelah katham vatvaya. Drishtah kincha kare dhritaha. Drishtah kincha kare dhritaha. Drishtah kincha kare dhritaha. Karatale kimpakvajambu phalam. Karatale kimpakvajambu phalam. Karatale kimpakvajambu phalam. Jihvayam nihitasya siddhaghutika va. Jihvayam nihitasya siddhaghutika va. Jihvayam nihitasya siddhaghutika va. Kantadeshe bhritaha. Kantadeshe bhritaha. Kantadeshe bhritaha. Kinte nilamanihi. Kinte nilamanihi. Kinte nilamanihi. Vibhushanamayan. 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 Shambho Mahatman Vada. Shambho Mahatman Vada. Shambho Mahatman Vada. Hey Shambho Mahatman Vada. So may you yourself explain. Hey Shambho Mahatman Tvam Vada. This is what he says. Tvam Vada means there is a certain implication that he is unable to comprehend what has happened. Okay? The Ascharya that is experienced by this event is described in a very poetic way. So he says, Jvalograha, Jvalograha, Sakalamarati Bhayadaha Kshvelaha. There are two adjectives to this. One is Jvalograha, the second is Sakalamarati Bhayadaha. So one adjective describes the very nature of the looks of the poison. The other one is the effect of seeing this. Sakala Amara Adibhayadaha. So all the devatas who perceived it were really scared. Okay. Adibhayadaha means it was extremely terrifying. The looks were extremely terrifying. Why were the looks extremely terrifying? Jvalograha. So Jvalograha. So Jvala is some glow that emanates from that. So you see suddenly something so bright. See, anything that is suddenly appearing and it is so bright and it is so fierceful in terms of illumination. So it will be just blinded. So that is why he is saying Jwalograha Sakala Marati Bhayadaha Kshvelaha. Kshvelaha is same as Garalam, which was used. Now he is asking two questions. Katham va tvaya drishtaha. Suppose you try to see the sun. Is it possible? Not possible, right? Why? Jwalograha. Sun is such a huge object and this Visha is such a small thing. And if it is further condensed, the amount of luminosity that is there, if it is further condensed into a small ball, so how terrifying will it be? So therefore he is asking, Katham va tvaya drishtaha. Everyone is so scared. How did you manage to see that even? Katham va tvaya drishtaha. Then he says, Kare dhritah kim. There are two ways of interpreting. So these two words, Kincha kare dhritaha is one way of seeing. Kare dhritah kim cha kare dhritah kim. Okay. So such an entity, did you ever carry in your hand? Or moreover, how did you even manage to carry? Kincha kare dhritaha. So these are two questions that he poses. See? So such a terrifying object, how did you manage to see? How did you take it into your hand? So having asked these two questions, so he further makes three imageries of that poison and the consumption of it. So there are three things which are described here, which are quite nice. So I will come to the Alankara aspect of it little later, the figure of speech which has been employed. As of now, he is saying, Karatale kim pakvajambu phalam. So think of someone consuming something. So what are the processes involved? First you have to lift in hand. Nowadays people don't touch by hand, but hand has to be there, no? Whether it is spoon or stick. So Japanese use stick, others use spoon. Okay, so whatever it is, you have to employ. First is lifting in hand. So that, then putting into mouth, then swallowing. These are the three processes which are involved, right? So he describes all these three processes. Karatale kim pakva jambu phalam. Assume Parameshwara has taken into his palm. Karatale kim pakva jambu phalam. So is it just like a ripe jamun fruit in your hand? Okay. Kim pakva jambu phalam. Okay. So it is dark in its complexion, but very bright. Somewhat dark, but very bright. Okay. So kim pakva jambu, very shining, glowing. See, kim pakva jambu phalam. So this is one question. Then the second is, so he puts into the mouth, right? So that is the second operation. The second operation he is asking, Jihvayam nihitascha siddha ghutika va. Jihvayam nihitascha, something which has been put upon your tongue. So we swallow certain pills. It could be Ayurveda pills, it could be some other pills, whatever pill. So that pill is what is called ghutika in Sanskrit. This ghutika, he is saying, siddha ghutika. What is siddha ghutika? Jihvayam nihitascha siddha ghutika. There are two ways of seeing this siddha ghutika. One is, you can say, siddhaihi nirmita ghutika siddha ghutika. The other way of seeing is, so Siddhida Ghutika. Okay. So because it is prepared by them, it will give you all sorts of siddhis. Okay, Siddha Ghutika va. So well established Ghutika. Okay. So which will give you all that you want. Okay. So Yadyadichasi tat sarvam datum samartheti ya Siddha Ghutika. Sa Siddha Ghutika. Okay. So Siddha Ghutika va jihvayam nihita. Jihvayam nihitascha Siddha Ghutika va is the second description that he gives. The second stage of consumption. Now he is getting in now, the third one. So and it goes there and he suspends it in the throat itself. When that happens, so the description changes. Kanthadeshe bhritaha kinte neelamanihi vibhushanam ayam. Okay. Ayam means ayam kshvelaha. So this kshvela, kanthadeshe bhritaha means it has been suspended in your throat. Kanthadeshe bhritaha. In Kanthadesha, normally we have some kind of necklace, garland, pearls, etc. Okay. So is this the ornament that you have kept upon your neck? Okay. Kanthadeshe bhritaha. And since it has somewhat dark complexion, he says Neelamanihi. Ayam Kanthadeshe bhritaha Vibhushanam Neelamanirva. Okay. Neelamanihi Vibhushanamayam. I don't understand. Shambho Mahatman Vada. May you explain to me. Okay. What is this that you have done? Okay. So now here there are certain interesting aspects which can be viewed from the viewpoint of Sahitya. Okay. In the Alankara Shastra, so there are a few Alankaras which are somewhat similar in nature, but you can find some finer distinctions. Let me tell you here what seems to have been kept in the mind is, or rather I would say from the description the Alankarikas call it as Sandeha Alankara or Bhranti Alankara. Okay. I will tell you. So three things are put together in one half verse. Syat, you repeat that and then I will explain. Syat smriti bhranti sandehaihi. Syat smriti bhranti sandehaihi. Syat smriti bhranti sandehaihi. Tadankalankrititrayam. 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 Smriti bhranti sandehaihi. So alankrititrayam, tadanka means there is a chapa. Okay. Syat smriti bhranti sandehaihi tadankalankrititrayam. So the examples will make things clear. So what are the three things stated? Smriti, bhranti and sandeha. Syat smriti bhranti sandehaihi tadankalankrititrayam. The examples follow sequentially. Pankajam pashyatah kanta mukham me gahate manaha. Pankajam pashyatah. Pankajam pashyatah. Pankajam pashyatah. Kanta mukham me gahate manaha. Kanta mukham me gahate manaha. मुखं मे गाहते मनः कान्ता मुखं मे गाहते मनः Pankajam pashyatah. Smriti, for example, you look at something, so you are reminded of something. Smrityalankara, they call it. So here he says, this fellow saw beautiful lotus. Immediately he was reminded of his beautiful wife. Kanta mukham me pashyate manaha. See, gahate manaha. So I am reminded of. So this is what is Smrityalankara. You describe that smriti that comes to you. Understand? Pankajam pashyatah kanta mukham me gahate manaha. Now look at the next two. Ayam pramatta madhupaha. Ayam pramatta madhupaha. Ayam pramatta madhupaha. Tvan mukham vetti pankajam. Tvanmukham vetti pankajam. Tvanmukham vetti pankajam. Ayam pramatta madhupaha. Tvanmukham vetti pankajam. This is for Bhranti Alankara. He says, pramatta madhupaha. Madhupaha is honeybee. This honeybee has mistaken your face to be lotus. Ayam pramatta madhupaha tvanmukham vetti pankajam. So it just came, okay. This fellow saw that, and then he says, so this is by mistake this fellow has come and sat here. So basically it is a description of the beauty of the face. That's what he wants to describe. So ayam pramatta madhupaha tvanmukham vetti pankajam. So here he is superimposing. If it is a real thing, okay, then also he is trying to superimpose that it has got a Brahma. This is a poetic way of describing. Ayam pramatta madhupaha tvanmukham vetti pankajam. Okay, this is Bhranti Alankara. Then the third is Sandeha. Pankajam va sudham shurva. Pankajam va sudham shurva. Pankajam va sudham shurva. Ityasmakantu na nirnayaha. Ityasmakantu na nirnayaha. Ityasmakantu na nirnayaha. See, so you have to say together. Pankajam va sudham shurvetyasmakantu na nirnayaha. Pankajam va sudham shurvetyasmakantu na nirnayaha. So he says, so from a certain aspect, I feel like describing your face as lotus. From a certain other aspect, I feel like describing it as Sudhamshu. I don't know which one to describe. Sandeha. Understand? Pankajam va sudham shurve tyasmakantu na nirnayaha. Okay? So this is some sandeha. So pankajam va sudham shurve tyasmakantu na nirnayaha. Okay? I will not elaborate on that. These are all some beautiful alankaras. So here now let us come to this verse now, where Bhagavad Pada is describing this Kshvela in multiple forms. Okay. So here the question is Kimva, Kimva, Kimva. I do not know whether this is this. I do not know whether this is. I do not know whether this is this. So one can think of this to be a nice example of Sandeha Alankara. He says, Karadale kim pakvajambu phalam. You understand? Pankajamba sudham shurve tyasmakantu na nirnayaha. So asmakam means for us, I am unable to describe it as this or that. Understand? Karadale kim pakvajambu phalam. Jihvayam nihidasya siddha ghutikava. Or Kantha-deshe bhritah kinte Neelamanihi. So that way you can just see that the poet expresses his awe, A-W-E. So his awe over the phenomenon that he has been visualizing. Okay, therefore this can be considered as, so he is unable to describe either this as this or that or that. Okay, so the same entity. So this is an example of Sandeha. Okay. Now you can also think of, see, these three have somewhat similar shades. Okay. You can also think of it as a certain Bhranti that has been aropita by you, not that he has a Bhranti. Understand? Similarly, so when you say, so this honey bee, okay, Pravatta Madhupaha, so came and sat on your face now. Okay. So you are imposing Bhranti upon them, okay, natural phenomenon. Similarly, this Kshvena is described by certain other things. Okay. It's not out of, it is the conscious description of the poet. Okay. So that is how you have to understand this. Now let us read. ज्वालोग्रः सकलामरादिभयदः क्ष्वेलः कथं वा त्वया दृष्टः किञ्चकरे धृतः करतले किं पक्वजम्बूफलम् जिह्वायां निहितश्च सिद्धघुटिका वाकण्ठदेशे भृताः किन्ते नीलमणिर्विभूषणमयं शम्भो महात्मन् वद. Okay, the next one. नालं वा सकृदेव देव भवतः नालं वा सकृदेव देव भवतः नालं वा सकृदेव देव भवतः सेवा नतिर्वानुतिः सेवा नतिर्वानुतिः सेवा नतिर्वानुतिः पूजा वा स्मरणं पूजा वा स्मरणं पूजा वा स्मरणं कथाश्रवणमप्यालोकनं मादृशाम् कथाश्रवणमप्यालोकनं मादृशाम् कथाश्रवणमप्यालोकनं मादृशाम् स्वामिन्नस्थिरदेवतानुसरण 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 आयासेन किं लभ्यते आयासेन किं लभ्यते आयासेन किं लभ्यते का वा मुक्तिरितः का वा मुक्तिरितः का वा मुक्तिरितः कुतो भवति चेत् कुतो भवति चेत् कुतो भवति चेत् किं प्रार्थनीयं तदा किं प्रार्थनीयं तदा किं प्रार्थनीयं तदा नालं वा सकृदेव देव भवतः सेवा नतिर्वानुतिः पूजा वा स्मरणं कथाश्रवणमप्यालोकनं मादृशाम् मादृशां का वा मुक्तिः इतः. That is how you have to understand. Madrisham means, Madrishaha means Matsadrisha. For people like me. For people like me. which means people like me refers to those who have been engaging themselves deeply in devotion. Those who have been able to deeply engage in devotion with a certain particular form which they like. It can be Krishna, it can be Shiva, it can be Kali, whatever. Now he is saying, Nalamba Sakradeva Deva Bhavataha Seva Natirva Nutihi. He is describing a few things here. One is Bhavataha Seva. Bhavataha Seva. The Seva can be done in multiple ways. He says, Natihi. What is Natihi? Natihi means Namaskriya. So this is a Kayika Vyapara. So when I say Kayika Vyapara, primarily it has to do with Manasika Vyapara. But Manasika Vyapara exhibited through some Kayika action. See, you bend down, the entire Sharira goes down. Okay, so this is Natihi. So this Natihi is driven by a certain bhavana that the other person is superior to you. Okay, and you want to show that you would like to seek his blessings. Okay, that is the Vyapara. A Vyapara by which you convey your reverence to the other person, and that you would like to seek his blessings. So this is Natihi. So it is a Kayika Vyapara. Then you have the word Nutihi. Nutihi means Stutihi. Okay, Stutihi is praises. Okay. So this is a Vachika Vyapara. Vachika Vyapara. It has nothing to do with Kayika. You can just open your mouth and then keep singing. So Nutihi, second thing. Then Puja, when you say, it requires several things put together. So it can be some motor organs are involved. So Drishti is involved. Smriti is involved for you to render the mantras, render whatever, okay, Ashtottaram, whatever it is. And certain other things are also involved in fetching the flower, in making a few other things, all arrangements. So this is what puja is. So this physical puja. So this is an all-round Vyapara. Then he says Smaranam. Smaranam is purely Manasika. It doesn't matter where you are. You may be bathing, you may be cooking, you may be traveling. Still this Smriti can be there. Okay, this is purely Manasika Vyapara. Smaranam. Then Kathashravanam. So this Kathashravanam refers to, nowadays this is one good thing about the various electronic devices that we have. I find at least some people, okay, listening to good things as they keep. Okay. There are other fellows, even in the flight, they want to put some dum dum dum. Okay. So then we have to say, you can't place any music here. If you want, you use your earphone. We have to tell those fellows. They don't understand that they can't disturb others. So anyway, so that is there. So Kathashravanam. So Kathashravanam means, so there are various Puranas which describe their glory. So listening to them. Kathashravanam api. Then finally he says Alokanam. So Kathashravanam means, so Shravanam Vyapara. Understand? So Shravana Vyapara. And finally he says Alokanam. This is Chakshusha Vyapara. Okay? So there are different things that he is putting together. So if you count, Natihi, Nutihi, Puja, Smaranam, Kathashravanam, Alokanam. 6 of them. Seva can be taken as some general thing. Bhavata Seva Bahubhihi prakaraihi. So this seva can be done in multiple ways. Okay. So nalam va sakrideva deva bhavatas seva natirva nutihi puja va smaranam katha shravanam apyalokanam madrisham nalam va means nalam va. Is it not sufficient? So is it not sufficient for us to engage in any one of the ways? Okay. Kava muktihi itaha. So you can connect that with this. What else is mukti besides this? Okay. Kava mukti ritaha. In fact, there are so many bhaktas who say that there is nothing which is beyond this for us. In fact, even this famous Madhusudana Saraswati, he says, Madhusudana Saraswati. So looking at the form of Krishna, okay, looking at the form of Krishna with this flute, he says, who did this Advaita Siddhi and so on. Vamshi vibhushitakaran navanira dabhat pidambara darunabimba phaladharoshtat urnendur sundara mukhad aravinda netrat krishnat param kimapi daivamaham na jani. Anyway, good to know. Right down. Vamshi vibhushitakarat Vamshi vibhushitakarat Vamshi vibhushitakarat Navaniradabhat 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 Pitambarat 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 Arunabimba phaladharoshtat Arunabimba phaladharoshtat Arunabimba phaladharoshtat Purnendu sundaramukhat Purnendu sundaramukhat Purnendu sundaramukhat Aravindanetrat 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 Krishnat param Krishnat param Krishnat param Kimapi daivamaham na jane Kimapi daivamaham na jane Kimapi daivamaham na jane. It's a beautiful description. He says, Vamshi vibhushita karat. So the form which I have in my mind is, O Krishna, so playing the flute. Okay, Vamshi vibhushita karat. Then Aravinda netrad. Vamshi vibhushita karan navanirada bhat. See, what is navanirada? Nirada? Huh. Nirada, not ja. See? Megha. See? So, Nirada. See? Nirada. Navaniradam. Navanirada means, so that Megha which has come together, which is going to pour thick, dark clouds. Abha means hue here. The one's hue is close to the freshly formed dark clouds. Navaniradabhat and Pitambarat Arunabimba phaladharoshtat. The one who sleeps, Oshtha. Arunabimba phala. Bimba phala. Okay. Bimba phala. And Aruna Bimba Phala. Aruna means something which is reddish in color. the phala which is so red in color. Okay, it's called bimba phalam. So the lips are similar to that red bimba phala. Okay, aruna bimba phala dharoshthat. Nowadays people try to make it aruna bimba. Aruna bimba phala dharoshthat. Okay, then Purnendu Sundaram. Some people make it various other colors. Very funny. I've seen. See, Purnendu Sundaram. And it's not only there. So over the eyes also they do something. See, Varna Viparivartana. Purnendu Sundara Mukhat. Purnendu Sundara Mukhat. So your face is as pleasing as the full moon. Purnendu Sundara Mukhat. Then Aravinda Netrat. Eyes look like lotus petal. Aravinda Netrat. Krishnat Param Kimapi Tattvam Najani. So he is highly influenced by this particular form of Krishna. So here this poet, having described this particular form, so the form which he was describing in the previous verse, so that highly influences him, and therefore he thinks, in the later part of the verse you will see, why would I seek for any other? See, in the third line of this verse, Swamin asthira devatanusarana ayasena kim labhyate. Understand? So here, beyond this Krishna, what is there? So similarly here, this poet says, Kava mukti ritaha. So where is the question of getting freedom beyond worshipping this particular? This particular means, so all other devatas are flying. Only this man has been able to be courageous enough to save us. So therefore, beyond doing this stuti, nuti and so on of him, he says, Kava mukti ritaha. What more is there for me to enjoy? Okay. Kimapi deivam aham na jane. When he says, beyond this I don't see any other thing. Okay. So beyond engaging myself in this particular form, I don't see anything else. This is bhakti parakashtha, bhaktef parakashtha. Okay. So here he says kava muktihi, madrishanam kava muktihi, kuto bhavati. Kuto bhavati. How can it? There are two ways in which you can interpret this kuto bhavati. Asthira devata anusarana ayasena kuto bhavati. Understand? So, if at all one describes of mukti, okay, it can be given only by you. You have been saving all other devatas. Okay. Asthira devata anusarana ayasena. Asthira devata means these devatas are asthira. Asthira means they are impermanent. Okay. They have been given some portfolio for some time. It is like you are becoming the director for some time. So after that you have to step down. Okay. So Swamin asthira devatanusarana, asthira devatanusarana, ayasena. Ayasa is by pleasing them. Okay. By doing stuti nati nuti for them. Kim labhyate. Okay. Kim labhyate, what is going to be gained by them? Kim labhyate, kuto muktihi labhyate. Okay. So what is it that one is going to gain by that? Okay. Assuming, okay, that there is something which is beyond this. Okay. Mukti, let us say. As far as I am concerned, See, like Madhusudana Saraswati says, see, Krishnat param yopi tattvam aham na jane. For me to contemplate, there is no other form which is better than this. This will tell. So similarly here, you can think of, for me to contemplate beyond this Parameshwara in this particular form, what else is required? Okay. And conceiving of the great deed that he has done, he says, they are all asthira devataha. You can either say asthira in terms of the position that is held by them, and Parameshwara is the supreme deity, or you can think of they are only capable of giving you asthira phala. Okay, asthira phala dayakaha. Okay, asthira devata anusaranam means, so following them, doing certain things to please them. Anusarana ayasena, ayasa is the effort that is put. Kim labhyate. Compared to this, kim labhyate. Okay. Kuto bhavati chet. Finally, assuming that there is something which is mukti. So here he says, kim prarthaniyam tada. See, once you have reached this state of engaging deeply in this, and this gives you immense pleasure. See, that is why Nagaraja said, no, Nidisala Sukhama. Nin Charana Sannidhi Sukhama. You understand? So where is Sukha? Okay. So ayasa in going after money is it Sukha? Or is singing thy glory Sukha? Understand? So that is why, so there is, this itself is mukti for me, and you may describe something as, even in that state I do not know what to ask for. Kim prarthaniyam tada. When I have reached the highest state of happiness by engaging in this, what is there for me to seek for? Understand? So for me, this itself is mukti, and there is nothing for me to ask for, even if there is something which is beyond this. Okay. In fact, this has been beautifully stated in some other words in Bhagavata, which is Vritra. This Vritra, I think Vritrasura. There is one verse there. He says, Nanaka prishtham nachaparamishtham. Repeat. Nanaka prishtham nachaparamishtham.
Nanaka prishtham
nachaparamishtham. Nanaka prishtham nachaparamishtham. Nasarvabhaumam narasadhipatyam. Nasarvabhaumam narasadhipatyam. Nasarvabhaumam narasadhipatyam. Nayoga siddhihi apunarbhavam va. Nayoga siddhihi apunarbhavam va. Nayoga siddhihi apunarbhavam va. Samanjasatva virahiya kangshe. Samanjasatva virahiya kangshe. Samanjasa. Samanjasatva virahiya kangshe. Samanjasatva virahiya kangshe. He says, see, na nakaprishtham na cha paramishtham na sarvabhaumam na rasadhipatyam. So here, kim prarthaniyam tada, he is saying, no. Similarly, that person says, see, nakaprishta, naka means swarga. See, I don't seek for heaven. Nacha paramishtham, I don't seek for the position of Brahma. Okay. Na sarvabhaumam, I do not want to be the sole emperor of this world also. Na sarvabhaumam, na rasadhipatyam. So for rasatala, whatever it is, whichever be the loka, I don't care for. See, na yoga siddhihi, I don't even care for yoga siddhi, the siddhi that is obtained by various yoga siddhi, yoga siddhi. Apunarbhavam va, even when you say no punarjanma, moksha, etc., I do not want. See, he is saying no. Kava mukti ritaha. Apunarbhavam va samanjasatva virahi, without you. Okay. So without you, I do not want anything. Okay, I do not seek for anything. Okay. So it is this bhavana that has been brought out here. Okay. So engaging with you, thy form, thy stuti, thy nuti. Okay. So the Swamin asthira devatanusarana ayasena kim labhyate kava muktiritah kuto bhavati chet kim prarthaniyam tada. Okay. So bhavati chet. See, so even if there is something which is beyond bhavati chedapi, see, kim prarthaniyam tada, what is there for me to seek for? Okay. Read. Nalamba paramopakarakamit. Sorry. Oh, this was confusion. This 2 verses before also starts with Nalamba. Nalamba sakadeva deva bhavatas sevanatirvanutihi puja smaranam katha shravanamapyalokanam madrisham Swamin asthira devatanusarana yasena kim labhyate kava muktiritah kuto bhavati chet kim prarthaniyam tada. We'll read the next verse. Just kim brumastava sahasam pashupate. Kim brumastava sahasam pashupate. Kim brumastava sahasam pashupate. Kasyasti shambho bhavadhairyam. Kasyasti shambho bhavadhairyam. Kasyasti shambho bhavadhairyam. Chedrishamatmanasthirayam. 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 Chanyaih katham labhyate. Chanyaih katham labhyate. Chanyaih katham labhyate. Bhrashyadevaganam trasammuniganam. Bhrashyadevaganam trasammuniganam. Bhrashyadevaganam trasammuniganam. Nashyat prapancham layam. Nashyat prapancham layam. Nashyat prapancham layam. Pashyan nirbhaya eka eva viharati. Pashyan nirbhaya eka eva viharati. Pashyan nirbhaya eka eva viharati. Viharati. Ananda sandro bhavan. Ananda sandro bhavan. Ananda sandro bhavan. So this is the third verse that we see, which is also describing this halahala visha. Kim brumas tava sahasam pashupate kasyasti shambho bhavat dhairyancha idrisham atmanasthitirayan chanyih katham labhyate bhashyat devaganam trasan muniganam nashyat prapancham layam Pashyan nirbhaya ekayeva viharati ananda sandro bhavan. Okay. So this is also indirectly describing that particular event. So we find next, I don't think it is there. Okay. So these, so verse 34 and 32, right? And 31. See, 31. 31 he started Nikshiptam Garalam Galena Gilitam nodgirnameva tvaya, then jwalogra sakalamaradi bhayadaha. So in between, see, you find a verse which, so that is what we just saw. Nalamba Sakrideva. See, you think of such a great deed that has been performed by him, which could have been finishing the entire world. Okay, so he, as the savior of Devagana, other ganas, etc. So therefore, in between, he says, okay, so what else do I seek for? Okay. So your form, that glorious form, is what I want to praise, is what I want to salute, is what I want to hear, and so on and so forth. See, that is what this verse is. Alamba sakrideva deva bhavataha seva natilvanutihi pujava smaranam kathashravanamapi alokanam madrisham kava mukti ritaha. What is there beyond this? Okay. Kuto bhavati chet kim prarthaniyam tada. Okay, so I think we will take up the meaning of this verse in the next class. We'll stop here. Om Sarve Sukhina Santu, Sarve Santa Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhavet. Om.